how are you? Welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see, I have a better setup than my other videos. I am going to be doing a makeup tutorial, so let's not waste any time and let's get into it. So today I'm going to be using two products for my eyebrows, which is the Benefits Precisely My Brow Pencil. The shade that I'm using is called Natural Deep Brown, which is 4.5. We'll be using this, which is their Gimme Brow High Brow Volumizing Fiber Gel in the same number, 4.5 Natural Deep Brown. So the way you want to do brows, basically you just wanted to shape them and then darken them. It's almost like a natural look. So you're gonna make a thin line on the bottom and then a thin line on top. Basically you just want to shape out your arch and then the end point. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to leave this part on by itself. Right now it looks okay. Doesn't look great, but don't worry about that. So right now I'm just going to fill in the inside. And you want to do brush strokes. Again, we're not touching this area. So now I did it on my left side, the same technique. So right now, I'm just going to take concealer, clean up any mistakes, and to make a clean outline of how I want my eyebrows to be. So I'm going to be using my Shape Tape by Tarte in the number 22N, which is a light neutral. Right here, I have a little smudge and it doesn't look super clean, so like this. This is how you're gonna clean up any mistakes, but also give you that defined, natural eyebrow look. And then we're gonna do it on top as well. So now I cleaned up a little bit on this side, so on my other side I'm just going to do the same thing. So now it's looking a little bit better from before. Can't always be twin sisters, but as long as they're almost identical, it happens sometimes. So I'm just gonna finish up with this area in front here, and then afterwards we can do the eyeshadow. So when I said earlier to leave this part, this is the reason why. With a spoolie, you're just gonna blend out the eyebrow pencil to darken your natural brow hairs. So it gives you that natural effect. So now with the eyebrow gel, kind of glued down, but not really glued down, it's just going to make it more smooth. Okay, so eyebrows are done. So now let's get into the eyeshadow, my favorite part. So what you're gonna do with eyeshadows, you're gonna put an eyeshadow primer. You can use whichever you like. I just prefer my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Okay, so I'm going to be using 2 eyeshadow palettes for my look today. Juvia's Place, the Magic palette, Morphe Lisa Frank collaboration palette, and the palette number 35B. I'm going to be using this color Kezi for my base, and then on top I'm going to be using this color, which is Faso. So right now I'm going to be buffing out my eyeshadows with this. This is a eyeshadow buffer brush. So I'm just blending it out so it doesn't have like a harsh line. And then with this palette, I'm going to be using these 2 colors over here for like a shadow effect. The way you want to do a smoky effect, you just want to go on the outer corner and just darken it just a little bit. You want to bring it inwards on top. With a darker color, you're just going to darken the outer corner, going again towards the inner corner, but you're just going to stop in the middle. Going back to my buffer brush, I'm just going to buff out any unwanted harsh lines. So now I'm going to do it on my other side, but I'm going to cut because I don't want to be wasting a lot of time just going back and forth, so hold on. So now I did the same thing on my left side, and also I cleaned up any fallout, and I wanted to etch out the my eyeshadow to go. So it's like that. So how you're gonna do that is you can take a makeup wipe, or you can do a concealer, and with the same brush you use for your eyebrows, you can just etch it out. But for me, I just do it with a makeup wipe. I just did it like that, just kind of make a line like that. And then I did the same thing over here. So now I want to brighten up my inner corners here. So what I'm going to do, so this brush I used for my eyeshadow, I'm gonna wet this brush, put the Faso back on the inner corner of my eyes to make it more shiny, to make it more glittery. So how you wet your brush is that you can take a setting spray. I'm using this one here. You just want to wet the brush, dip it in the color, make sure you tap any excess powder, any excess fallout, and then I'm just going to just brighten it up. So now I'm going to be doing on the other side off camera. Now that I'm done with the other side, now you can see there is like a smoky effect with this look. Now, the next step is the eyelashes. I'm going to be using these ones. I got these from Amazon. They're the Hello Beauty Gimme. This is called Glam 614. So cute. So before you put on your eyelashes, you want to curl your natural lashes first. So doing here. And the reason why you do that is so when you connect your real lashes to the fake lashes, it's going to blend in real nice. So I have one lash here. I'm gonna cut the end there just a little bit, and I'm going to size it to make sure that they fit right. If I just put the whole lash there, some of them are just gonna come out, so we don't want that. See if they look just right. They look just right to me. So now, with some eyelash glue, I'm using the Kiss one right here. Take the glue and you're gonna put it just on the line of the lash glue. So now that you have the glue on the lash, I bend it like this, and then pick it from the middle like this, and then I let it I wait for a bit for the glue to be not completely dry, of course, but just wet enough that it's not going to stick all over to my eyelid. By the way, it takes real patience to do eyelashes, so bear with me. So if you're wondering why I'm talking and there's no sound, it's because I had to mute this part because my dogs and my dad were quite loud, and yeah, sorry about that, but let's continue. So sometimes you're going to need to add a little bit more glue to kind of make your lashes stick. Use this brush over here. It's like a liner brush. And I'm just going to put a little bit of the glue so it can stick on the inner corner and in the middle. Now off camera, I'm going to be doing my other side. So hopefully I recorded my mascara part. If not, I'm really sorry, but basically I just use mascara to blend my natural lashes to the false lashes so it looks like the false lashes mine, but of course it does not. So now I'm going to be moving on to my face, of course. So I'm going to do foundation, concealer, and then powder. So let's get into it. So I'm going to be using the LA Girl Pro Glow Foundation. Sorry, it is the LA Girl Pro Coverage HD Longwear Luminous Foundation in the shade Fair. So what I do is that I put the product on my hand first with a beauty sponge or beauty blender. I dip that foundation and I put it all over my face. I don't want to use too much foundation because then it's going to look cakey if I use too much. So now I'm going to buff the product into my face using the rapid motion. I avoid my smile wrinkles right here because whenever you have those types of creases on your face, if you put foundation on them, it does crease and it will be very visible in the foundation. So it's really hard to blend it out after putting powder over it. So I'm gonna leave that till after I finish the rest of my face. So you want to make sure that you put the product on your neck and on your ears as well, because if you just put it on your face, it's gonna look like a weird line from your natural skin in the foundation. Of course, if the foundation is the same shade as yours, it's okay, but it's still required that you still put it on your neck just to blend it out evenly. Okay, so now I'm going to go into my smile crease with the foundation. I'm not going to put too much. I'm just going to blend it out. And also I'm going to go in this area as well. And then now I'm just going to just go all over just one more time and just blend out any unwanted lines or smudges. So now I'm going to go in with my concealer to conceal my under eye dark circles and any blemishes, as well as do a little light highlight on my cheeks and the bridge of my nose. Going back with the Shape Tape from earlier when I did my brows. I don't suggest that you do like triangles or anything like that you see like makeup trends or anything, just because one, you're using unnecessary product on parts of your face that don't need highlight. So for me, I just need it just here. Need it here. The sides of my nose, chin, and my cheeks. Going back with the beauty sponge, just blending out the concealer. I'm gonna brighten my under eye a little bit more. Going back with the concealer just a little bit. So the next part is baking, cooking with, or just setting your foundation with translucent powder. So let's go to that. So the translucent powder I'm using is the Coty Airspun translucent powder, and of course the name translucent. Translucent. I love this powder so much. It's lightweight, and once you put it on your face for, of course, setting the foundation, it is breathable. That's what I love about this product. And I don't mind the smell. I actually love the smell. So, with this tapered buffer brush right here, I'm gonna put this under my eyes, and then going back with the beauty sponge, I'm gonna put that all over my face. So, a little bit, and then underneath my eyes. This prevents the creasing from the concealer and the foundation. Also, it brightens up the eyes as well. And of course, you want to put the translucent powder down your neck where you put your foundation earlier, and in your ears as well. So now I'm going to cut crease where I put the concealer on my cheeks. So right there. I will say the one thing about translucent powder is that it gets everywhere. I'm like a total mess. But so now I'm gonna let the translucent powder settle. So next on, I'm going to do contour and blush, highlight, and then it'll be set. Okay, so now that the translucent powder is now settled in a little bit into your foundation, of course your skin, you're just gonna brush out the excess powder. Right, so now that is settled, we took out the excess powder. Now we're going to put some setting spray on top. The reason why I do this is because it's going to take that powder texture off of your skin to make it more smooth. I'm using Morphe's Continuous Mist Spray. I like to fan out the setting spray whenever I put it on my face, so what do I use? A fan! My favorite one too. So you just kinda wanna fan yourself a little bit. Of course, sometimes it helps whenever you're sweating during the summer. Now to contour. So I'm gonna be using two brushes. This one is for my face, and this one is for my nose. You'll see. I'm going to be using the Kat Von D's Shade and Light Contour Palette. I need to buy a new one because literally I'm almost done. I'm obsessed with it. I love this product so much. So I'm going to be using these two colors first, which is Sombre and Shadow Play. And I just kind of go like this to mix it in. Now I'm going to show how I do my contour. So you want to make sure that your contour is going to the tip of your ear, so like that. And then you want to go on top here. Now you're going to do underneath your chin, or underneath your jaw. There. There. So now going into this brush, I'm gonna take Sombre and Shadow Play again, and then going to contour the bridge of my nose. So you want to go like this a little bit, and then connecting almost towards your eyebrow. Sorry, it looks a little bit weird. I'm not used to this types of angle, so, but don't worry, it's fixable. So now it's a little bit of a shadow for my nose contour. So I'm gonna take this dark powder here, just a little bit on my brush. I'm gonna darken the contour to give it more depth. So now with this brush, my favorite brush, this is a buffer brush. I'm gonna buff that contour, and I'm going to make that line subtle. So now it gives it more of a subtle shadow whenever I turn instead of that harsh line. Do it the same on my forehead. And of course you want to blend towards your hairline as well. And then now you want to blend out your jawline as well. And you want to blend it downwards. And now I'm going to blend out my nose contour. So now I'm looking snatched. Love it. So going back to the Shade and Light palette, I'm going to take these two lighter colors, which is Lucid and Lyric, with my buffer brush. I'm going to put it underneath my contour here. The reason why I'm doing that is to blend out that line. It also gives it like the highlight effect as well. So now we're going to do blush. So I'm going to take my blusher brush, and I'm going to be using Becca's Mineral Blush in the shade Gypsy. So it looks like this. Take a little bit of that product on the brush, tap it, and now I'm going to pat softly, and I'm going to blend it outwards, and also blending it with my contour as well. So the technique to do perfect blush, you have to smile, and then you're going to do it on the apples of your cheeks. I'm sorry if you hear like voices in the background or dogs barking. My parents are home and the dogs are very vocal. So now I'm going to go on my nose. So I'm going to pat gently. You don't want to blend. You want to pat just a little bit. So now going back to my buffer brush, going to blend the blush and the contour together. And I'm blending outwards again. So now let's go to highlight. So I'm using an old product. Not old, but it's kind of like breaking apart a little bit. So this one is the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek Highlighter in the shade Spoon. Hopefully you can see. So I'm taking my highlighter brush right here, gently patting the product. And now I'm going to put the contour here. So I messed up here. I meant to say highlight, not contour. My mistake. I'm going to put it on top of my forehead, right here, middle of my forehead. I'm going to put it at the bridge of my nose and the tip of my nose. And I'm going to put it on my Cupid's bow. Then a little bit on my chin. And then what I also do is that where I put the Lucid and the Lyric powder here, I'm going to put it there too. Going back with my buffer brush. I told you it's my favorite brush. And I'm going to blend out that highlighter. So if I want it more pigmented for my highlighter on my cheek, I just go back with that product and I just put it on top again. So now I'm going to put some color underneath my eyes. I'm going to put highlighter on my eyebrow bone right here in the inner corner of my eyes as well. So I'm going to put the Faso from earlier. I'm going to put it here connecting. So I'm going to be taking those two dark purples I used for my shadow effect, and I'm going to be connecting these. So now that I have done my lower liner, now I'm going to be doing the highlight part. Now I'm putting the highlighter on the eyebrow bone. Hi, so I just wanted to apologize in advance. I have like a speck on my eyelashes, so bear with me, I do get it off. And I'm going to put the highlighter on my inner eye corner right here as well. So now with my buffer eyeshadow brush, I'm going to blend the eyeshadow and the highlighted part and the inner corners as well. Alright, so now my eyes are finished. They're looking real nice. So now I'm going to go, last part is my lips. I'm going to put lip plumper, going to let it settle for a little bit, and then I'm going to put lip liner and then lipstick product. I'm using Gerard's Cosmetics Kiss Assistant Lip Plumper. I'm going to go in with my lip liner. NYX lip liner in the shade Nude Pink. So I'm going to be using NARS, and the product I'm using is their Velvet Lip Glide product in the shade Bound. Before we finish the look, we want to put setting spray on top. So I'm going to be using Urban Decay's All Nighter setting spray. Alright, so now we are done for the look, but we're not done yet. I'm going to put on an outfit on what I would wear with this look. So I'm going to be changing off camera, so I'll be right back. Okay, so now I put on a shirt, I added some jewelry, but yeah, this is the finished look, everything. As you can see, I had a really hard time filming all this because my camera can only take so much memory. Again, still learning, but I enjoy doing this a lot. Please like, share this video. Please subscribe, of course. If you want, you can leave a comment saying, you know, what you like about my look. If you have any questions on certain like makeup techniques or anything like that. Please be safe. Please love one another. And I'll see you guys next time.